It would be fair to say that I'm a little bit biased when it comes to China. I do think the Australia-China bilateral relationship is the most important bilateral relationship that we have, and for me, everything's about China. And I think if you look across the public service, whether you're looking at the Treasury or the Department of Education, wherever they are, China is relevant to all of them. So I wouldn't single anyone out to say that they'd need to come. We'll have economists, historians and political scientists, also foreign policy experts taking part in teaching the course, and I can only assume that that would appeal to a wide range of people in the public service, basically anyone who has anything to do with China, which I'm guessing is just about everyone. China is an extremely complex country and no one can ever hope to understand it completely. I'm 20 years into my own academic career that's devoted entirely to understanding the Chinese economy, and I sometimes feel like I've only just touched the sides. But that said, I think any effort by Australians and by Australian policymakers in particular to understand both where China's come from and where it's headed will strengthen our bilateral relationship, and with that our economic relationship as well. As you know, it's called China an Overview, and it will cover a whole range of issues relating to China's economic reform and growth trajectory, its rise in Chinese investment overseas and its role in global economic trade imbalances, the future of the Chinese Communist Party and foreign policy under Xi Jinping. We'll also look at urbanisation and labour market reforms and China's role in the globalisation of research and development. We're very spoilt for choice in Canberra, and at the ANU in particular. It's a wonderful place for China specialists. I think we have I know we have the largest collection of China scholars outside of China in the world, and I was very lucky that all of the people I asked to participate in the course said yes, so I've got an A team. Jeremy Barmaid, the director of the Australian Centre on China and the World, will give a session on the future of the Communist Party, and he is an historian who weaves in, from the 17th century onwards, Chinese history into a very vivid depiction of what's happening in China today. I would be able to say that he's the greatest speaker I've ever listened to speaking about China, and an absolute asset to this course. We also have Professor Meng Xin, who, again, it would be fair to say is the world expert on Chinese labour markets, and she'll be talking about an urbanisation drive that's taking place at the moment, where the Chinese leadership is aiming to shift some 250 million people from rural to urban China by 2025. That's in the next 11 years. So I think we've got a wonderful set of professors and academics from all around the ANU covering that range of topics, and really they'd be second to none.